Peace, love, and light, tribe. What's going on? It is your girl Crystal, the Raw Spiritual Guru, coming through. And thank you for tuning in to my channel. If you are new here, welcome and subscribe and join the tribe. If you're returning, hey, gang, thank you for coming through. To all of y'all, thank you for your time and your energy. You could be anywhere, but you're here with me today, so give thanks for that. So I am coming through with how to make Florida water recipe, right? So I'm gonna just get to it, right? You can make your own Florida water. You could buy it as well. They have a whole lot of different type of Florida waters you can utilize, but it's nothing like putting your own time, effort, and energy into the Florida water of your choosing. So I make my own Florida water. I make my own anointing oils. I make my own aura sprays. I just be making it, right? So I'm going to just do a basic based recipe of what I like usually in my Florida waters. Um, and I'm just going to sage the space, the area, you, me, we. So I'm saging the area, the space. Okay. Sage my glass that I'm going to be using. All right. So personally, I like to utilize extra things in my water. So I'm going to just tell y'all what the base is basically. So the base is some pure vodka. Vodka. Okay. So 80 proof, 40% alcohol vodka. Right. So you're about to not see me for a while. I'm going to just focus on the ingredients. Right. All right. So I have a mason jar. I think I know it's more, it's like might be a 16-ounce mason jar, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just fill this up halfway. For now. And you see that the sage is still coming out of the glass. I can see it. It's always good to keep vodka around, y'all. I don't drink alcohol. I don't drink these spirits. But it's always good to have vodka around, especially pure vodka, because you can utilize this for so many different elixirs. Like you could use these for, like, you can make your own different extracts, meaning like if you was to um, you could pull, like, for example, I have some rosemary as well as sage that I'm gonna be using in the Florida water. But you could pull like different remedies to create, excuse me, you can utilize herbs and vodka to create different remedies for different ailments and treatments and things like that. So if you are going to keep alcohol around, always keep vodka around. I don't drink, but I will go buy some Vlad in a heartbeat, because you just never know when you might need to whip up a remedy or two or three. And then always keep mason jars or jars. Glass jars is always good to keep around. So you could keep glass jars, like let's just say if you use like coconut oil, for example. Like I use coconut oil like it's a bad habit. So I'll clean the jar, I'll sterilize the jar, sterilize the lid, and then just keep it, because you just never know when you might need a glass jar. So it's always good to have that on hand. All right, y'all. So I'm using rosemary, fresh rosemary, and we're going to just put it in the alcohol. Okay, fresh rosemary is a good protection herb as well as a spiritual herb. So it's always good to like have rosemary in your Florida water base. Okay, I'm not going to use all of it because I might make two. So I'm just showing y'all for the purpose of the video. Okay. So then, of course, you want some white sage. So I went to the produce store to get the fresh herbs. You could go to markets, produce stores, whichever is closest to you. So sage is also a good protection herb as well. Keep spirits at bay, keep your energy protected, keep your space protected. And It's also good for spiritual usages as well. So to increase your spiritual eye, your spiritual visions, your spiritual sight. Okay, so I put about 3 sprigs in each, and this is like a 16. This is a 16 ounce, right? So you can put as much as you want. That's totally your choice. I'm doing 3 sprigs each. So now I have some fresh rose petals. Now you can utilize roses if you choose, flowers of your choice. Lavender is a good flower. Um, Lavender is a good flower. If you could find fresh jasmine or even your favorite flowers, right? So I like to go through these. So I'm going to be picking the orange ones out. I'm all about colors. So orange is a great color to utilize. It is a spiritual color. It represents joy, compassion, brightness, like the sun energy, light, as well as it's good like to increase your spiritual sight, your spiritual gifts, your spiritual visions. You can use any color roses. You could use a blend of roses if you choose. Like I said, I'm going to make about 2 of these. So my second one, I'm going to use the white rose petals, which is more purity, cleansing, light energy. Um, so, you do as you please. If you want to use red roses, you can look up the meaning to see what the red roses mean. Sensuality, sexuality, it's all about the energy that you want your Florida water to have. You could put peelings in here. You could put fruit peelings like orange peelings if you chose. You know, you could put cinnamon in here if you chose. Remember, this would be your own recipe. So I'm just giving you a base. A base is you always want to have the herbs. So you always want to have fresh sage and fresh rosemary. You want to have some type of flower as well. So I love roses. So I always use roses in my workings. So I use roses as the fresh flower. Now you can utilize whatever flower of your choice. Remember, this would be your recipe. So then I also use essential oils to add to this. Now this is a Florida water, but you can utilize it as spirit water as well. What is spirit water? So spirit water is Florida water per se. You can utilize it as far as putting it in your mouth. Of course, you're not going to drink it, right? But you're going to basically put it in your mouth and spit it out at whatever object or space that you need to spit it out at. So you might see different practitioners praying over their water, like they might have their own bottle. So after this, you could like transport the Florida water after you allow it to sit for the days you allow it to sit, and you drain out the additional ingredients. When you have it, you can put it in your own personal bottle, and like you'll say a little prayer over it, and then you'll squig it and then spit it out at whatever you need to spit it out at. A lot of practitioners do that because breath is life. So people might do that because when you use your breath, you're embodying the symbol of life to whatever it is that you're spitting towards. Okay. Some people don't like spit though. Me personally, I don't like it. I don't like to put it in my mouth because I don't drink alcohol, so it's kind of strong. So sometimes people might use glycerin as well for the spirit water, not so for the Florida water, but for the spirit water, some people might use glycerin as well. So they don't have to taste the alcohol if they're going to use it and spit it out. But me personally, the alcohol is too strong for me. I don't drink, so it's just too strong on my palate. So I just like pray over it and then spray my space. But all right, so this is the base, right? And then you got the essential oils, right? So I actually like to put some holy water in mine. So I probably put like a cap full of holy water. And then I like to put some holy oil as well in mine. So I won't put a cap full of the holy oil because I don't want it to be too oily. so I'll just put a little bit. Okay. All about protection, okay? Florida water is protecting your space, your energy, your everything around you, your surroundings. So I like to add the love element, the protection element, as well as the abundant element. And it's all spiritual. So I have some patchouli that I'm going to be adding to it. Another flower oil. Patchouli is good for like invoking like love energy. It smells real good too. And it's a rose. I mean, it's a flower as well. So another flower essential oil. Patchouli is a good one. Then I have rose. So I'm gonna put some more rose energy into my Florida water. Now you can utilize any essential oil of your choice. I was going to put some sage in it, but what I'll do is, because I'm making this one, like I said, particular, and my secondary one, when I put the white roses, then I'll put the sage in that one, my sage oil. So then we have yang yang, and I think I be saying it wrong. Everybody say this wrong, however they want to say it. Yang yang. Yang is YLANG. Yang yang. So this is another like floral essential oil. But I love the way these smell. I use these in my personal spray, my personal aura spray that I make, my angelic aura spray. So I personally use the rose essential oils, the flower essential oils. Then I have some lavender. So I would say you do want to always put lavender in your Florida water. So I do have, I don't have fresh lavender. I do have like the lavender flower dough. So I may put some in there. I just don't have it around me right now for the video. But I might put some in there before I seal this up. But lavender is also good for, relaxation, stress, spiritual work as well. All right, so then frankincense is myrrh. So lavender and frankincense and myrrh is a must. You always want to have that around in general. Always have it on hand in general. Any practitioner should have lavender and frankincense in your cabinet. So frankincense is another heavy hitter. Frankincense is used for so many things. And I keep the frankincense in this for a grounding effect, okay? Keep things grounded, okay? Frankincense is a real good essential oil. And then we have to have a touch of lemon, okay? So like I said, you can utilize the peelings as well. So if you have like lemon peels, you can put your lemon peels in here, and you can add a little bit of the essential oil if you choose to. Or you can put orange peels in here, okay? Lime peels in here. That's like the extent of the pills I personally will put in it, but you could do everybody's different, you know what I'm saying? But you could put any type of the citrus pills in there. So now I'm going to just top it off with the alcohol to cover my elixir, to cover the herbs up. All right. So I still got some left. That's going to be the secondary bottle. And you see how this is? So let me see how it smells. It smells real good. All right. So now I'm going to put this on my altar. Now, you want to either put this in your altar or put it in like a dark space. So me personally, I like the idea of it being on my altar, but I'm going to actually put it in a dark space for the first couple of days, right? So I'm going to pray on it as well. So before I close it, you'll say your prayer towards it. Whatever prayer you want this Florida water to do for you, right? Say a prayer for it. You're going to close it. You could put it on your altar, or you could put it in a dark space like I just said. So I'll put it in like a dark cabinet for like 3 days. So you utilize the seep-in. You can utilize the seep-in time frame as you choose. You could do it from 3 days to 2 weeks. That is totally up to you. My number is 8. So with everything I usually do, I do 8. That's my number. So I'm going to allow this to seep for 8 days. So the longer you allow it to seep, the stronger it is. So be mindful if you are using it for spirit water. But if you're just using it for Florida water to cleanse the space and not really necessarily cleansing with your breath, then you can utilize it as far as steeping it for 2 weeks if you choose. So I'll probably keep this in the dark space for like 3 to 4 days, and then after the 4th day, transport it to my altar and allow it to get the energy from like it being in my altar for the additional 4 days. Once it's done steeping, then what I'll do is then I will transport this into another bottle, and of course I will strain all the ingredients. Okay, whatever comes about from this, comes about, so it's already like going to be doing its magic as it seeps. Okay, and I only have a little bit left of my other one. So this was one that I had previously, and this was with red roses that I utilized. You see, look how different colors these are, right? So I was like, oh, time for me to make some more Florida water. So at the end of the day, you could do a lot of things yourself. You just gotta have the recipe, okay? So this is a quick recipe that you can utilize if you choose to. Let me know how you make your Florida water, if you do make your own as well. Okay, each one teach one. But until next time, y'all, peace, love, and light.